This is exactly what we wanted to see, as we have multiple Pittsburgh Penguins updates surrounding Sidney Crosby, Sergei Murashov, and Erik Karlsson as the Penguins go into Sweden for the Global Series to take on the Nashville Predators. A lot of stuff going on along with Sidney Crosby, who is super loved in Sweden. We have some line changes, actually a signing to bring to you, all that and more in today's episode of Penguins Digest. My name is Nikash Ganguli. Hope you guys are enjoying the day whenever you guys are getting the chance to watch or listen to this. It's gonna, the Penguins are on break till Friday, so we're just trying to get some news out. There's been, a couple updates, but before we get into that, make sure you do, of course, subscribe to the channel. We are currently at 67.5% of viewers who are not subscribed. So if you are in that large portion of Penguins Digest viewers who are not subscribed to the channel, you can go right down below, hit that subscribe button. It's really easy, it's free, and we're coming at you with all Penguins rumors, updates, transactions whenever they happen. And we'll also come to you with some, every now and then we'll give you a little game preview and a post-game video whenever we can get those to you, of course. But without further ado, let's get into the video. We do have a ton of fun updates for you guys. It's going to be a little bit more of a fun, informational packed video, but let's get into it, of course. So first things first, obviously, Sidney Crosby is in Sweden. This is what it means him to play in Stockholm for the Global Series. He said, I think people just appreciate the chance to see NHL games up close, to see the guys that are from here be able to come back here and play. That's pretty special. There's a lot of passion for the game, and that's pretty fun. And to be able to experience all of that, that's all part of it. And of course it is, because Sidney Crosby, he's really loved in Sweden. I think he's, probably, the most well-known NHL star still. I mean, with respect to Connor McDavid and Austin Matthews and those guys. But Sidney Crosby is still that guy in the NHL, of course. And I think he is someone that, despite all the Swedish guys that are going over, especially on the Penguins. I know Rickard Rakell is injured, but he is going over to, probably do some press. Erik Karlsson, super huge. So one of the best Swedish players in the game, of course. And then I'm sure Nashville as well. Philip Forsberg, someone who's super huge in Sweden. But Sidney Crosby seems like he is getting a lot of the love in Sweden. So there are some more on that. In times like this, this is from a Josh Yohe article. His teammates are reminded that a legend walks among them, even if he doesn't showcase himself in that manner. I actually think it's fun to watch, said Brian Rust. It's kind of funny because off the ice, I've gotten to be really good friends with Sid. But then you see this aspect of it, and it's in moments like that. Well, you remember that he is who he is. He's done some truly amazing things in this game, and you understand when you see how many people want to be around him. And I feel like we've almost gotten desensitized to how freaking good Sidney Crosby is and always will be. He's still, one of the best players in the game over 20 years into his career. And you just love watching Crosby, and I think it's almost a sign of how good he is. Like, you almost forget, because we've been watching him for so long, how good he is when he goes to, a different country across the globe here for the Global Series, and he's still just as well loved as he is here in the U.S. in Pittsburgh, and when he plays for Team Canada as well. So super interesting to see that. Super happy for Crosby, and just a lot of stuff going on. He also saw, there was this post from Yohe. He said, despite the presence of Karlsson and Predator star Philip Forsberg, there's a real sense that Crosby is who many of the Swedish fans are craving to see. Crosby is gracing many walls on the streets of Stockholm this week. And yeah, just looking at it over there, he's on the poster. It's not even Karlsson. It's Sidney Crosby, because Sidney Crosby is a global star still. And yeah, I mean, I can't say enough good things about Sid. It's just really cool to see him get the recognition he deserves. I think he has gotten it, whenever he goes anywhere. It's Sidney Crosby. Everyone knows who he is. But yeah, he's just that guy. I can't say enough good things about Sid, of course. And yeah, super, super cool from Crosby in Sweden. And I'm sure we'll hear more about it throughout the week. Of course, also, the Penguins did have a practice today, which is why all these quotes came out. These are some of the practice notes from Josh Yohe in the article. Starting 9 minutes later because the team was late scheduled. The Penguins finished their practice by working on shootouts. They are 0-3 in games that have gone to shootouts this season, falling to Philadelphia, New Jersey, and Columbus. All divisional opponents, so points you do want on the board. Look for the top two lines from Sunday's game against Los Angeles to stay intact when the Penguins play the Predators on Friday. Crosby skated with Russ and Ben Kindle again, and Evgeni Malkin is with Anthony Mantha and Tommy Novak. I still think Ben Kindle should be the third line center, but it's kind of nitpicky. I think he's played really good there, and he hasn't worked as well as with Crosby as you wanted him to. But maybe it'll work this game. Maybe everyone's going to be fired up for the game against Sweden, of course. Philip Larson, Stockholm native, which is really cool, has joined the Penguins for this trip because teams are allowed to carry an emergency third goaltender given their long distance from the U.S. And the Predators, who played the night before against the New York Rangers at Madison Square Garden, were present on Tuesday, but did not practice. So it looks like the top six is going to remain the same. And Philip Larson coming over, that's got to be cool for him. I mean, obviously he's kind of down in the Penguins depth chart in terms of goalies. He's more of the older one when you look at Blomqvist and Murashov, but Murashov's already on the team because Tristan Jarry is injured. So, it's just some cool stuff there as well. And speaking of Murashov, there was some, pour out from his first NHL start against the Kings where he lost, but I thought he played really well. I think he did super solid. So this was an article that I wanted to bring up as well. Fans stood behind the glass with signs during warm-ups and loudly cheered when Murashov's name was announced in the starting lineup. They did so again after Murashov made his first stop and continued that throughout the day as he turned aside 24 of 27 shots he faced in a 3-2 loss. Fans were really supportive for me. I felt it and truly appreciate it. Everyone who came to the building today instead of watching the Steelers, he said with a smile. I know it's a game today. Definitely, it's a great building, great city, great people here. So I appreciate that. Yeah, and I think it's important to see how dialed in Penguins fans are with their prospects. They know Murashov's gonna be their goalie of the future. And even though Shilovs and Jarry, when he's healthy, were playing really good, Murashov is that guy who's supposed to be penciled in to be the next great Penguins goaltender, and it's good to see him get a decent start here. I think he might get his first win here in the Global Series if he does end up playing one of these games. I think he will just because the timings are so weird. It'd be nice to get both goaltenders in there, of course, but I think you'll see Shilovs and Murashov. I don't know which days you will see them on, but I think it's super cool for Shilovs to get that kind of recognition. He also said after the game, obviously it's not the result I wanted or we wanted, but it's a special night for me. But at the end of the day, all I'm wanting is to get 2 points for the team. It's a good lesson. We'll learn from it and keep getting stronger, and me personally. And I think this is a great mindset to have. I'm sure Murashov is happy to be in the NHL, but at the end of the day, you got to have that mindset. I think it's a super mature mindset from him where he's kind of being like, I'm happy to be here, but at the end of the day, I'm here to get wins. I'm here to play well, and that just wasn't the results I wanted. So that was super cool. And obviously, Murashov has been called up from the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. There's been a ton of guys who have been called up, including Ryan Shea. So the team is a little bit depleted. Danton Heinen also called up, who was arguably their best forward. So the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins actually did make a signing today. Player by the name of William Dufour. They signed to a PTO, so just to ensure some depth in there because the team is really good. Just Dufour has also produced 45 goals and 50 assists for 95 points in 181 AHL games spent with the Bridgeport Islanders and Colorado Eagles. He also appeared in one NHL contest with the New York Islanders on January 18, 2023, which is like over 2 years ago now. A fifth-round pick in 2020. He led the Bridgeport Rookies with 21 goals in the 22-23 season, and his 48 points also tied for sixth among AHL rookies that year, which is a long time ago. But I think the AHL team just needs some depth. They are currently third in the AHL, and I think they want to keep the good times rolling. Obviously, right now, their goaltender, Murashov, who was like the best goal in the AHL, is currently not on the team. So I think they're trying to shore up their depth there. As much as the NHL team, the Pittsburgh Penguins do really matter, you do want some organizational success throughout the whole levels of each team. The farm team, if they play good, I know steps to success, guys. And there's a lot of good players down with the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. Like a Tristan Brose and Avery Hayes. There's a lot of good players down there. I think Harrison Brunek will make his way down there eventually. Joel Blomqvist is another player that's pretty solid down there. So just some depth. I don't see William Dufour ever playing an NHL game, but I just want to bring that up in case anybody was curious about what he can bring to the team. And before we get out of here quickly, let's take a look at the lines of what's going on. So that top six going to remain intact. Russ, Crosby, Kindle, Tommy Novak, Malkin, Mantha, then Koponen, Hayes, Koivunen. I don't really love that line. I think they should mix it up a little. Honestly, I wouldn't hate moving up Kevin Hayes to the second line, playing him with Malkin and Mantha, try and get that, that giant magic back, because Kevin Hayes is 6'6", he's huge. Malkin and Mantha also huge. I've worked with Brazeau. I could see that, but I think Malkin did say he wants to play with Novak, so that could be a thing. But Novak also plays center, so I don't know. That's something I would look into changing, but we'll see how they do in their game. And obviously Danton Heinen, Blake Lizotte, Connor Dewar, and then of course on defense, pretty similar: Waterspoon, Karlsson, Shea, Letang, which I know Penguins fans don't like Ryan Shea, and I can agree because he's not that great. That contract is bad, but luckily the Penguins have a lot of cap space where it doesn't matter. Oh, sorry, not Ryan Shea. Oh my God, I got confused with Ryan Graves. Sorry, Ryan Graves. Ryan Shea's been good. Ryan Shea, Connor Clifton, and then Ryan Graves, just apply what I said again, and Connor Clifton. So, yeah, a lot of interesting stuff here. And the Penguins, they don't play. Their next game is Friday at 2 p.m. It's only Tuesday when I'm recording this. And then Sunday at 9 a.m. So let me guys know if you guys are going to be able to watch both games. I'm sure the Friday game will be a little bit hard to watch if it's 2 p.m. But that Sunday morning game might be fun. You can grab a little coffee, sit down, watch the game, and it could be a lot of fun. Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think of Sidney Crosby being so popular in Sweden. And, of course, we'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy for now and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Peace out.